弾劾裁判や大統領選挙、2020年はアメリカの政治にとっても非常に重要な年。新年特別企画2日目の今日はトランプ大統領に焦点を当ててまいります。
Crazy Nancy Pelosi's House Democrats have branded themselves with an eternal mark of shame.
政敵は容赦なく批判し、強気の発言がたびたび物議を醸すトランプ大統領。メディアを通して見るその姿は豪快そのものという印象ですが、実際はどうなのでしょう。今回はさまざまな角度からトランプ氏を知る3人のキーパーソンを直撃。そのエピソードや今年の選挙戦などについて聞きました。1人目は前回の大統領選で泡沫候補だったトランプ氏を共和党の候補指名確実にまで押し上げたといわれるコーリー・ルワンドウスキ氏。本選前に選対本部長は解任されましたが、今も頻繁にトランプ氏と連絡を取っているといい、再選のための選挙キャンペーンを精力的に行っています。
In the world of Trump, 1 minute is like dog years, okay? Is it done yet? Sir, you just asked me. I haven't even left the room. Did you call the guy? So I'm still sitting here, right? It's amazing, like how much stuff he gets done because A, he never sleeps, and B, like has to be done right away.
この日、ミシガン州で行われた選挙集会で、トランプ氏の仕事ぶりを力説したルワンドウスキ氏。2016年、トランプ氏が当選した日の陣営の舞台裏などを明かし、会場を沸かせました。
On the night of the election, there was a family meeting.Jared and Ivanka and Donnie and Eric and the adult children and the president, then candidate Trump. And they said, what can we do to affect the outcome of this election over the next 3 hours before the polls close? And we decided the best thing to do was to put these guys on the radio. And he called this phone number, and the host answered, and they said, WKZM. He says, hey, it's Donald Trump. I want to go on the air. And they went, click. Didn't believe the guy.So he called back. He said, hey, it's Donald Trump. I want to come on and talk. They didn't believe it was him. And then what he did for the next 3 hours is work the phones consistently so that the American people who saw those exit poll numbers that every major network was telling you the race was all over now could hear directly from the candidate.
1時間弱のスピーチを終えたルワンドウスキ氏が少しだけ FCI のインタビューに答えてくれるとのこと。
I'd like to ask you a couple questions about Abe. Tell me what's really going on. Is he a good golfer or not?
ステージで見せた多少好戦的な語り口とは違う気さくな一面を見せてくれたルワンドウスキ氏。まずは弾劾裁判が選挙に与える影響を聞いてみました。
The president has 97% approval rating amongst those Republicans.The independent voters, those that make up the difference between the Republicans and the Democrats, are now supporting the president at a greater margin than almost any time in his presidential campaign or his presidency. And the reason is they know that what Nancy Pelosi is doing is wrong for the American people. She's pursued charges against this president when he committed no crimes, no misdemeanors. It's going to hurt them at the ballot box.
弾劾裁判で不利になるのは民主党だろうとの見方。では、選挙でのトランプ氏の勝算についてはどう見ているのでしょうか。
Well, in 2016, most of the media didn't think Donald Trump was a real candidate. When he woke up on election morning, they told him he couldn't win. That's very different now because he's the incumbent president of the United States. So in 2020, we have a much more robust campaign. We have more money, we have more staff, and we're going to be more competitive in states that we didn't win last time. I see the president expanding the electoral map and winning in places that he didn't win in 16.Primarily because our economy is one of the hottest in the world.
トランプ氏の人物像も聞きたかったのですが、残念ながらここでタイムアップ。次の人物に移りましょう。ゴルファーのジョン・ニアポート氏。US オープン出場経験もあり、現在はトランプ氏が所有するフロリダ州とニューヨーク州のゴルフクラブでレッスンプロを務めています。キャディーのアルバイトをしていた10代の時、すでに不動産王だったトランプ氏と出会い、30年以上親交があるというニアポート氏。語ってくれたのは メディアで見せる大胆な印象とは対照的なトランプ氏の一面でした。
He got up to the green and he went bent down to tie his shoe and he pulled his shoelaces tight and the shoelace snapped. And he looked up at me and he said, "I'm going to teach you a lesson. You always have to be prepared for whatever life can throw at you." And he went into his golf bag, unzippered a zipper and pulled out a brand new pair of shoelaces and laced his shoe up and popped in and I'm like, he had a pair of shoelaces in his bag. I go, who has a pair of shoelaces in his bag? But that was the first time I ever met him now.
せっかくなのでニアポート氏にプレーのコツを教えてもらいます。有名なゴルファーだった父親から教わって自分でも練習してきた方法だとか。
You need to develop that muscle in golf because that stabilizes the club through impact. So he took a golf tee and he put a golf tee right here like that. He said, squeeze the tee in there like this. And then he took it and put it on my left hand and he said, squeeze the tee in there like that. So you have two tees that are squeezed in your thumbs. And he said, you're going to put this hand on the club this way. And then you're going to put this hand on the club that way and see how the two tees line up? Straight line. The tees are straight. You go back, you point the tees to this shoulder, you come down, point them down to the golf ball, and they point to this shoulder.
That's so neat.
And he goes, hit golf ball.
So keep straight all
so
the
you
time.
keep the tees straight.
実はニュアポートさんはトランプ氏と安倍総理のゴルフ外交にも2度同行。総理にグリップ、握り方を教え、よく飛ぶようになって感謝されたといいます。
Is this the lesson you gave it to Prime Minister Abe?
No. He has a good golf swing. He's a good golfer. The lesson I gave him was more on tempo because he has a good foundation, a good swing. And he was just overswinging a little bit.
これまでになく親密な日米関係を築いていると言われる両首脳。その内側にメディアが入ることはなかなかできませんが、ゴルフ外交での2人の様子を聞いてみると。
They had a great chemistry. They were always talking together. They both loved the game of golf, and through the game it brought them together. They were able to experience a relaxed atmosphere. It was an honor to see two leaders out there together enjoying the game of golf.
最後はトランプ大統領ならではのメッセージ発信法の元になった人物。支持者へのメッセージだけではなく、政策や閣僚人事の発表まであらゆることにツイッターを使うトランプ氏。先月には1日に過去最高の123回のツイートをしたことも話題になりましたが、最後に話を聞くのは今やトランプ大統領と切っても切れないツイッターをトランプ氏に教えたピーター・コスタンゾ氏です。出版社に勤めていた2009年、新しい本の宣伝方法を話し合う場でトランプ氏に初めて会ったコスタンゾ氏。その時紹介したソーシャルメディアをトランプ氏はすぐに気に入ったといいます。
Right around that time, Facebook was just starting to become a real effective tool for book publishers, and Twitter was really an unknown new social media platform that many people didn't understand. So I had recommended to them that social media would be the new way for Mr. Trump to really reach audiences that he hadn't been able to reach before.
しかし有名人だったトランプ氏には Facebook にも Twitter にもすでになりすましアカウントが。そこで生まれたのが現在ニュースを沸かせ続けるあのユーザー名でした。
Mr. Trump looked around the room and he said, "So what are we going to do about this? How do we handle it?" So I told him, I said, "Well, I have a suggestion." And that's when I said to him, "Let's call you Real Donald Trump. And this way everyone will know you're the real deal. These tweets will be coming from you, from your organization." And he sat there for a minute and he thought about it. And he said, "I like it. Let's do it."
ゴーサインを受けてトランプ氏のツイッターアカウントを作成。初期のツイートを上げ、1年ほどそのアカウントを管理したのはコスタンゾさんでした。
He appreciated the idea of it, and particularly the idea that you didn't have to rely on a news organization, you didn't have to rely on a PR agency, you didn't have to rely on marketing, hiring a marketing department. You could directly use those platforms. Your own people, your own team could use those platforms to get out the message. And that was clear to him from the very beginning.
同時期に作成した Facebook ページにはすぐに20万人のフォロワーがつき、大統領になって景気後退後のアメリカ経済を立て直してほしいというコメントが数多く寄せられました。これが大勢の人がトランプ氏の出馬を求めているという指標になったのは確かだとコスタンゾさんは語ります。
And I had interviewed him a few months later to create a short promotional video for the book. At the end of it, when we were breaking down and everything, I had asked him what he thought about the newly elected President Obama, and he had said, seems like a nice man, nice family man. I hope he can do something about the economy. But then he said, but if he doesn't, I'm thinking of running for president. Wow. So that was the first time I heard him say it. I heard it from the team, but that's when he said it. And it was kind of like said with a wink kind of thing.
大統領就任以降、1万回を優に超えるツイートをしてきたトランプ氏。その内容が市場に影響するまでの力を持つようになっていますが、ツイッターで発信を続けるその意図はどこにあるのでしょう。
It's clear that his intent of using it is as a communication device directly to his base. And I think he probably feels that as long as he's being honest in his mind, he's being honest with his base and being clear about his position on things, that's really the key, is that they feel like this is Donald Trump, now President Trump, talking to me directly. That's how people feel about it. And whether they like what he says or don't like what he says at times, it's not really the point. The point is that they're not hearing it from handlers, they're not hearing it through any kind of filter, they're hearing directly what he thinks. And that's probably why he hasn't stopped using @RealDonaldTrump. He never switched it to @DonaldTrump. And when he became president, he never started using @POTUS, which really he probably should have when you become president. But he decided to continue using @RealDonaldTrump. And my only conclusion there is that he liked the sound of it and he liked the idea of it, because it suggested that his people would always be hearing from him, the real person. Most of his fan base probably feel like it makes him relatable on some level, and makes it feel like even if he does make a mistake or if he falters, that's fine because everybody does. So as long as they feel like this is the real person talking to me continually like that, it'll probably be to his advantage. And I don't see that it'll lose any more impact in 2020 should he.
そしてコスタンゾ氏は今後の選挙戦では有権者へのアプローチ法としてツイッターやソーシャルメディア以外の方法が使われるようになるかもしれないと予想します。
If you're in charge of his communication strategy, you're always going to look for new ways to get the word out. And so it could be some type of video advertising, whatever it is. But I think we'll see some new ideas introduced as we head into the 2020 campaign. And it may not come from Donald Trump's campaign. It could come from the campaign of another candidate, either Republican or Democrat. But I think we're going to see people looking for new ways to get their message out. And again, people will be discussing whether or not that's going to change the political landscape of how campaigns will run in the future.
与野党の駆け引きが続いているものの、1月に上院で始まるとみられる弾劾裁判。そして2月には大統領選挙の予備選や党員集会が始まり、11月の本選に向けて走り出すことになります。今年はどんなトランプ劇場を見せてくれるのか。就任4年目を迎える今年もトランプ大統領とアメリカの政治から目が離せない1年となりそうです。